Back in the zone, two manhunts are underway in two separate states. Authorities in both Montana and Tennessee searching for murder suspects who remain on the loose. In Montana, the manhunt continues for a fourth day for a U.S. Army veteran accused of killing 4 people inside a bar. Officials say after the shooting, Michael Brown took off in a stolen truck. There is a $7,500 reward for any information that leads to his arrest. Meanwhile, investigators in Tennessee say they have found a second vehicle linked to the man accused of killing 4 relatives of a baby found abandoned alive earlier this week. Officials say 28-year-old Austin Robert Drummond wanted on numerous charges, including first-degree murder and aggravated kidnapping. These are the family members who were murdered. Joining us now, former FBI agent Ken Gray. Ken, good to see you.
Good to see you, Homa.
It seems unbelievable that these two men have been on the run for multiple days after quadruple murders. Walk me through the difficulty in finding them.
Sure. So let's talk about the situation in Montana first. There's around 250 law enforcement officers there, federal, state, and local, that are busy searching for the suspect, Mr. Brown. This is a very rural area. He's believed to be in a valley surrounded by mountains, but he knows this area. He grew up in that area, and so he probably knows places to hide. They're using both ground assets and they are using aerial assets, planes over the area, drones over the area looking for him. But nonetheless, because of the fact that he knows this area, he's going to be tough to find. He, after killing the people inside the bar, he allegedly stole a car that had both camping equipment and clothes in it. When he came out of the bar, he didn't have a shirt on, he didn't have shoes on, but he stole the right vehicle that had supplies in it, and so that may make it more difficult to find him. On the Tennessee search, on the other hand, in that particular case, 2 associates of Mr. Drummond, the shooter in that case was Austin Drummond, 28 years old. He was assisted by 2 others who have both been arrested. So perhaps the search for him will be somewhat easier, although it's been going on since Tuesday of last week, because of the fact that they do have these 2 in custody.
And not just the rugged terrain in Montana that the suspect perhaps knows so well, but how much does being former military give him an added edge in evading, there's ATF, FBI, U.S. Marshals, you said hundreds of agents that are on the ground, both looking there and looking from the air for him.
Well, in his case, he spent a year and a half in Iraq. Spent, I believe, 4 years with the active Army, and then switched over to National Guard for 3 years. So he does have experience being in the military. But I think the fact that he grew up in this area and is used to this terrain, used to camping out in this area, used to being in this area, that makes it even much more difficult to find him. He does have, or is believed to have, a rifle, and so that makes it so much more dangerous for the members of the law enforcement community searching for him, that they are going up against a person with a rifle. That means that a regular vest is not sufficient protection. You have to have a ballistic vest, one with the plate in there, to be able to stop rifle rounds to really be effective searching for him. But they do have a lot of assets out there in the field. They are somewhat limited in time in that a lot of the law enforcement officers that are engaged in this search at some point will have to break off, because this is their high tourist season right now, and they'll have to be going back to their department. So there's a limited window in which to use all these assets. And
Ken, these are men who are accused of killing 4 people, quadruple murders. I mean, seemingly they have nothing to lose here.
That's exactly right. So the case in Montana, the shooter lived next door to the Owl bar and likely knew the people that were inside there. However, a relative of his said that at times he didn't know where he was, he didn't know who he was. And so this is a person with mental problems. And so he probably went into that bar and was shooting people that he may not even know at that particular moment who they were. On the other hand, the Tennessee shooting, this was a person who was shooting the relatives of his girlfriend, and so he knew who he was engaged in. But in both cases, quadruple murders.
Yeah, hopefully both caught very quickly, no more casualties. Thank you, Ken, so much for the insight. Appreciate you, as always.
Anytime.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. DMV Zone is back with lots more right after this.